Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug, and in this episode, we have some late spring, early summer cleaning to do and organizing, and also home improvement. So, I'm going to take you through some of the things that we have done, and hopefully, that'll inspire you. Get some things done in your home. This is really the time. I usually spend twice a year for the garage. And what you want to do with your garage is to definitely clean it out, straighten it up, and make sure everything is nice and clean in there. I do that like twice a year. The home improvement project is something that I'm really excited about, and I'm going to show you in just a second. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is what the mudroom looked like before we did the wainscoting or the B-board. And this is what I did last year. Now, if you can see down there, the dogs kind of chipped at the paint, and that's the room they sleep in. So it gets really bad sometimes, and I'm always cleaning it. But with them chipping the wall paint, I was like, uh-oh. So, because that's such dark paint. So here it is. Here is the bead board. I just love it. Not only did it, now I like the dark paint, don't get me wrong, but it did brighten it up. And also, if the dogs kind of scratch it or anything, it's light and it won't show. And then I could easily touch up, let's say, with the white paint. It's easier to get that white paint than that green paint, but it's, like I said, you can go longer with little marks in it than on the dark paint. Let's put it that way. From the dogs. But anyway, I just love how it turned out. It's a really small room, so it's kind of hard to film, but you can get an idea. And I think it just turned out really good. And I still kept that shelf with the hooks. That's like if we wanted to hang up coats. But I think I mentioned in my other video from last year that we usually use it to hang the dogs' leashes on. Because that's their room, basically, they sleep in. And I love it. Okay, so we're in the garage. Now, we had a garage makeover we did it about 2 years ago, I think it was. And I'm going to show you some of the shelving that we used and the brand name that we used. We had our floors done, epoxy flooring. It was painted. So we really loved the way they did our garage. And we had that done, like I said, about 2 years ago. And I even did a video for YouTube on it. So you can scroll back. It says garage makeover. But I just wanted to show you how we keep up with it, because it's one thing to have a garage makeover, but it's another thing to keep up with it and make sure that it stays nice, looks nice. And so, like I said, about twice a year, you definitely want to clean out your garage, hose it out, wipe things down, and organize it. So let's take a look. Okay, so you can see that we are able to fit both cars in. Yay! And there's even some room on the side, which is really nice. So these shelving units that we got these at Lowe's about 2 years ago, and we just love it. It keeps everything nice and organized. That's the Cobalt storage unit, and also we used Gladiator shelving. And as you can see, we're doing a pretty good job keeping things organized and clean. We even wiped down the moldings, baseboards at the bottom, hosed it out. And this is Yvonne's section, so he has a lot of his stuff here on his work table there. But that's, once again, Cobalt unit. Those two storage units down here actually pull out, and which is nice, because then he has like a little working space there. And keeping things organized and, you know, in place, it makes such a huge difference. Nice little trash can in the garage. You always need a trash can. But you can see the seasonal stuff up there, how we keep it up there. So Christmas and Halloween, and so lots of tubs. And when we decorate, we just take things down and keep it stored in here, which I love. Have some little gardening stuff here, like gloves, and the tools right now are pretty much on the patio because I was gardening and weeding. But this is usually where we keep it, especially during the winter. And having little tubs like this really helps. And yeah, so we even have a little decor in the garage. But we just love how we're able to hang all things up. It's off the floor, and it just makes it look really, really good. So keeping it as organized as possible. I think everybody knows with a garage it can get really crazy and out of control, and sometimes tends to be just a storage place. But it's so nice to have a clean garage with nice flooring. This is that epoxy flooring, which I highly recommend. That if you don't have it, you should get it. It's worth the investment, and it just makes it nice and clean and looks really good. And yeah, so I'm really, really happy with the garage. So when do I do the garage? Well, definitely I do the garage in June. Actually, we do it early June. In Texas, it gets really, really hot, especially July, August, even September is really, really hot. So June is a nice month, maybe end of May, but definitely June, beginning of June. And and the other time is really in the fall, and it's just basically not so much a deep clean like we did this time, in June. What we do is we just kind of like sweep it out, hose it out, make sure there's no leaves in here because in the fall sometimes leaves get in the garage, and we just keep it as organized as possible. So it's more or less just keeping things in order, and definitely the flooring, cleaning the floor, and that's what we do in the fall. But in June, that's when we do like moldings, woodworks, clean the walls, wipe down the walls. Sometimes the door gets dirty, and so we make sure we do that. But yeah, I think it turned out really, really nice. We had to get 2 new water heaters last year, so. But yeah, and that's Yvonne. This is Yvonne's side. This is my side. All right. Yeah, this is the time. It's usually beginning of June. June is usually the month where um, we take care of the garage, make sure the garage is nice and clean and organized. And we usually do some home improvements in May and June. Those are usually the months because let's face it, fall and winter gets really busy with the holidays. And I make sure you do a spring cleaning. So you can do that early spring, late spring. But with the house, doing a deep clean, that's super important. In the fall, I do another clean, but it's not as deep as the springtime. So, but it's going over everything, kind of wiping everything down and cleaning things. But yeah, you want to take care of your home. Super important to keep up with it. Gardening is constant, weeds, they pop up. We've been having a lot of rain in North Texas. So those weeds are really coming up. Every time I turn around, there's a weed. So yeah, keeping up with that, keeping up with your property, keeping up with the inside, all that is a lot of work and a lot of planning too, because you just don't want to spring it upon yourself and go, oh, I think I'm going to do a deep clean today. No, you really need to make sure you have the time, make sure you have the energy, and of course, all your cleaning products, what you're going to need, and things like that. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas today. Hopefully, you got inspired a little bit to get your garage organized or maybe do a home project. I just love that bead board. It's like wainscoting, and I just love that look. A couple of videos back, I did kind of making your home into a cozy cottage vibe kind of thing with decorating. And I love that beadboard, because that kind of gives that cozy cottage vibe. So right now it's in the mudroom. Thinking about doing the other mudroom. Right now I just painted the moldings and the doors over again. And because I used a semi-gloss, so I want to make sure that there's a semi-gloss on there, and it's because of the dogs. You don't want to use a flat, let's say, because it's harder to clean and keep up with, but a semi-gloss is really good, especially if you have dogs rubbing against it and things like that. But we're thinking about doing the wainscoting in the other mudroom too, and going down our hallway. So I might be showing you that in maybe a few months. We'll see, or maybe next year. I'll save that for next year. But love the way the mudroom looks. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. And remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe, and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.